welcome to the Shepherds of West Aiken. We are the Shepherds. Cheers.
Of the Shepherds.
Also known as the SWA. SWA. Basically, we're a podcast / vlog built by the industry for real people, and we're just trying to bring a sense of kind of community in this time where we're all kind of stuck at home and don't really have anything to do. And so we figured we'd bring you guys something fun.
Brought to you by the industry. We are the industry. This is the 99%. We are living that. How many in this room are still waiting for their unemployment and have pending resolutions?
Ooh, can we get a show of hands?
Show of hands.
Pending for unemployment?
Pending for unemployment.
Okay, we've got about half the room in here. We know you guys can't really see this right now. We got, oh, you know what? No, we've got about 80% of the room.
10 out of the 11?
So things like this are gonna be things that we're addressing over the next couple weeks. We're gonna be bringing on new musicians, new artists of all different types, different people from the service industry. And basically you can sit down, grab a cocktail, kick back with us and just kind of shoot the shit.
Yeah.
So have fun, here we go.
Hey everybody, my name is Chillier. My Instagram is fun_director. Super cheesy, but it goes back to my bartending days. What we're going to do for you today is going to be a quarantine style cocktail. It's a cereal milk punch. Super easy, leftover items that you probably have lying around in your kitchen right now. We're going to use Lucky Charms cereal. You throw it in the cork container, which everybody in the restaurant industry has at their house because we've stolen family meal plenty of times. A little bit of vanilla extract, simple syrup, and you can use whatever type of milk that you got. What we have here, some almond.
Almond milk, vanilla breeze.
Oh, it's vanilla breeze.
Vanilla breeze.
All right, delicious. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these 4 components. If you have a little bit of cherry bark vanilla bitters at home, it's amazing. Add these together, let them sit overnight, and then you're going to strain it out. You're going to get kind of like this oddly kind of fun looking green extra cereal milk. You can toss it out, don't add booze to it ahead of time. That way you can use it for whenever you'd like to. So what we're going to do is, what we got, we have the Plantation 3 Stars. We're going to do an ounce, well, 2 ounces. My bad, I forgot we're making 4 cocktails.
Listen, we have not been at work for a long time, so give us a little bit. Woo!
Oh.
There it is. There's the heat.
Call me.
Got a little screwball, that local peanut butter whiskey that everybody's kind of fallen in love with as a local shot.
You like yours chilled or room temperature?
I'm a room temperature guy.
I like mine room temperature too.
Well, it kind of will upset my stomach, especially how much I've been drinking.
Yeah.
I'm odd, I like kind of warm beer.
Yeah,
So
I think
give
it's
it a little
good.
zhuzh up like we did, and we're gonna go basically 3 ounces per cocktail. So it's quite a bit, but. And how's that miss? Because obviously.
You've been out of work for a month.
Yeah. We're making 4 cocktails here for all of our listeners. Greg, Sullivan, Guy, and I will all be drinking these delicious, what do you call them, fruit punches?
Cereal milk punch.
Cereal milk punches?
My hands are shaking.
Yes.
He needs a drink.
Right? I probably need to not be drinking. But we'll try not to put our hands all over those things.
That's what she said.
So, Guy, how did you come about this cocktail?
This cocktail was actually introduced to me when I first came to Charleston, and I worked at Edmonds. Jason McConnell had, it was I think a Captain Crunch cereal milk drink for a Sunday brunch, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was something that as soon as I first tried it, I wanted to go home and try with basically every cereal we could possibly have.
How many times did it take you to get to Lucky Charms?
Instantly, I did Lucky Charms first, and then I did Fruity Pebbles, I did Cocoa Puffs, Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs with that peanut butter would be delicious.
I was gonna say peanut butter crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, cinnamon toast. Or the s'mores. What's that fucking s'mores cereal? You know what I'm talking about? Oh.
You know, I used to work at Edmonds Toast.
What?
How long ago?
Probably back in 2018. I was like
When
19.
they first opened, I guess.
So maybe we know each other from a past life. Wow.
Everybody in food and beverage knows each other. from some
Yeah,
sort of
right.
past.
I quit because they wouldn't hire me as a server, so I was like,
We are looking for this strainer that's going to be right over there.
It's crazy that you
Just
can
like in
like.
the bar scene, you're never quite prepared for everything that you think you're going to be prepared for. So you got to roll with the punches.
so there's
Exactly.
bachelorettes.
Seriously, the #1 bartender issue in Charleston.
To be honest, I used to love them, and then I just
You always do when you first start. When you first like start bartending, you're like, oh my God, all these girls are coming in here. This is the best thing ever. And you get about a year, 2 years in, and you see like the first one walk in, and then you see the 3 after them stumble, and you're like, oh fuck me. Yeah. Here we go. And I mean, you probably know as a musician, it's probably even worse.
They love Freebird. They love Freebird.
And that, is that gotta be the worst thing ever when you hear somebody yell Freebird?
But I do want to say though, I'm sticking up for my girl power. Regardless, I have seen the stumbling from my bachelors just as much.
Oh, we're not any better. I'm not.
Okay.
Oh,
You-
listen,
yes,
by
thank
no means.
The whole bachelor thing is
Let's
all
be
you.
clear about that.
They almost do it bigger and better than the bachelor.
But the thing is, you don't really see a lot of bachelors in
I
Charleston.
think there's more.
It's not a bachelor party city.
I work at a heavily based tourist bar. We see every group of things you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
It's now all here. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So here we go. We have the Lucky Charms cereal milk punch.
Perfect.
Cheers, everybody.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
I love it. Here, let's all get in here. Yeah, let's have a drink of this.
Oh, what time? Not even
Awesome.
time.
Well, cheers. And Guy, when we actually come back to work, whatever time that is, well, let's drink this
will
first.
not be on the menu, but if you want to come over any Sunday morning when I'm not working, I make
Ooh.
delicious.
And you're a Prohibition, right?
Prohibition, 547 King Street. It's delicious.
Yep, that's where you can find them. That's phenomenal. And so we've got special guests on here today, Guy Chillier and Greg Keys, founder of Keys & Co. So we've also got my co-host, the beautiful Sullivan Hamilton. So today you've already seen Guy make us a beautiful cocktail, the cereal punch. Yes, the cereal punch, which is phenomenal, by the way. If you guys haven't had it, please make this at home. Seriously, cheers. Oh, I know, right? It's like, what, probably like 5 o'clock our time now? We're still drinking cereal? I'm good with it.
And it's rum and whiskey, so there you go.
Right? So now that you guys have seen a little bit from Guy, we're really bringing on Greg to bring that artistic side of the show. We want to make sure that we get to every part of every industry, every working class, everybody who's out there just trying to make a difference day by day. And so Greg's on today. He's recently with his previous band. What was the name of your previous band?
City on Now was the old band.
City on Now is the old band. God, y'all crushed it at Dispensary, man. Those Thursday nights,
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
those were
We had
insane.
some crazy times there. We used to be there almost every Tuesday. It's like some of the Thursdays, Saturdays. It was nuts.
Sounds like my work schedule.
Right? But now you've come out with Keys & Co.
Yeah.
with Stevie and Grayson.
Yeah,
and so,
Casey Shangle's our guitarist, and
Awesome.
Jamal Hall is on the saxophone.
right on. So,
Yeah.
ooh, the saxophone is,
Yeah, and we actually have Faith Schuler is our female vocalist.
oh, awesome.
She's like a featured singer, so she's a solo artist on her own as well. But she
Where
joins
did Jamal go to school? Is he from here?
Jamal actually went to school in Philadelphia.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, he's not. But if you sometimes he plays on the streets too, just to, like get some extra cash.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever heard like a dope saxophone player going off, he also plays at Prohibition all the time.
Ah.
Yeah, he's
That amazing saxophone
he plays
player.
with Kyle Lacey.
Yep, yes
And
he
plays
does.
with
That funk band.
Funk band.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Fantastic.
love them.
Okay.
I mean, they've been with Prohibition 6 years. They were only off for a little bit, but then now they're back every Thursday when we're actually.
Jamal's next level good. He's
very good.
nasty.
Like, have you ever been
Because
to
no one can hear me when I'm talking.
a Mercantile Mash, Bar Mash?
Yeah.
And they play on Monday nights at 8?
They've got bocce there, by the way. If you guys have never been there, there's indoor bocce. It's
Oh, yeah.
sick.
First of all, it
Sick.
is so loud at Bar Mash, but it's like, I don't know, they're...
Oh, you have Gino too there. You have Gino Castillo.
See? But they're...
So we have him on Tuesday, our salsa night.
Ah.
And I'll tell you, that's one of those ones where I'm just gonna look at you.
Don't miss that salsa tonight. You want to get your hot cha-cha on.
Because you can't hear a thing you're saying?
No, not at all. You can't hear anything anybody's saying.
I like it. So are you in food and bev too?
No, just musician. I guess that's enough.
technically
you're not.
No, that's plenty food and bev.
You're broke forever. You're,
Yeah.
you're
We
broke.
literally work side by side.
You gotta
Oh,
hustle as a
God bless
musician.
as well.
But
Do you have a music degree or are you an English degree?
I'm actually a business degree, which is crazy enough. But the one thing that I will say is the people that say there's such thing as a starving artist are usually shitty artists. So
Oh.
if you're pretty good, you do just fine.
Yeah.
You make it through. Depends on.
Yeah, well, you make a decent amount of money. A lot of people are like thinking that. A lot of artists, the good artists, they'll make 6 figures in Charleston.
Well,
Yeah.
Most artists make more money than I do in the night when they're
You make
working.
really, yeah.
And they're
You make a
there
good
for like
amount of
4
money.
hours. No,
Oh,
you rock it out nonstop.
yeah.
But like when I know what your comp tabs are sometimes, and what
what
like you
DJ
did.
United's making at a wedding, I'm like,
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in
Jesus.
at the bar, and I'm like, what up? And he's like, he's going to Myrtle Beach for a wedding, and it's like Justin Bieber's.
About to drop that hot shit.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Well, his dad also runs like one of the biggest booking companies in
Well,
Charleston.
And you know his wedding's gonna be lit.
Yeah.
I hope I
Insane.
can invite-
Insane.
Please
Oh,
come through.
We talked a little bit briefly about this earlier, you and the previous band splitting up and moving on to the new band, but you said nobody's really got the inside scoop, so I want to know what happened. How did we get here?
So we if you ask any of us, we'll all say there were creative differences.
Of course, of course. Yeah.
But obviously it wasn't the best fit, seeing that 3 out of actually all 4 of us are continuing to make music.
Oh.
Except for actually our old bass player, who is Garrett Duncan, if you know Garrett.
I think I do know Garrett.
He was a bar back at Deco. For a
Yeah.
long
No, I know Garrett.
So he was the bass player. So I don't want to dive too much into the dirt, but
Yeah, like
Oh, come on, we want the dirty.
So we were on our 3rd tour.
Yeah.
We went to New York City, Toronto, Montreal, New York City, Boston, DC,
Well,
Austin, all over Texas. We went all
Wow.
over the East Coast. It was about a month and a half in like a show every night. And our drummer was dating our manager.
Oh,
And they
that never ends
broke
well.
up right before the tour.
Ugh.
I'm not saying that was the driving force of why it went wrong. I think there was a lot of differences in personalities, but it ended up being the guitarist and I just getting like drunk together every night to kind of deal with all the drama that was going
Yeah.
on. And by the end of that, I was already starting to write some songs on my own and in AA. It's like we all needed to get. I think it was a college band at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
I think that we were children while we were in the band, and it was time for us to grow up. And
Right.
if we wanted to do this, pursue it professionally. So.
On children, on the note of children, how many times? No, I'm just kidding. Excuse me.
That's what you don't date your coworkers.
I'm sorry.
No.
Seriously.
Don't date your coworkers.
No.
Or do you?
Or managers.
No, don't
Or
date them.
dishwashers. Or cleaning
not
crew.
date them.
But anywho, where was that? What is when you were a child, when you were in your younger years?
Yeah.
What's something that's kind of scoped you into your artistic ability? Was it your parents? Was it just something you really?
It was my brother. So my brother was like a prodigy drummer growing up.
Oh,
That's
wow.
like all he wanted to do was play drums.
Wow.
He was in like a 40-year-old men's jazz band when he was like 14 years old. And
That's
so
awesome.
he introduced me to Dave Matthews. We went to like 15 concerts together in like 3 years and just kept watching Dave and learned how to kind of do some of the songs that he did. But then I didn't really pick up music until I got to college because I realized, all right, I'm in college, I'm in a fraternity,
Gotta
I got
get
this
girls.
piano.
Trying to get laid.
It was the worst reason to start music, but from there I got really drawn to performing, and I was like, wow, even if there's not someone to impress, this is still fun for me. So,
Okay, cool.
and then it became a full-on passion. Now I couldn't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wanna touch back on this dating your coworkers, because I think every single one of us has done this
Show
at
of hands.
some point or another
Who has
for
been
the
involved?
worst. And like, all right, can we all? So there's about 12 of us here. Can you raise your hand if you've dated or slept with one coworker? Put your hands up. Come on, be honest. Okay,
Oh my
just
God.
about all of us in the room. So.
Guy?
Guy, I know you've got one of the best stories. Go. Oh, do we have an audience member?
My
Bye.
dating history is not necessarily the greatest.
Oh, I know.
Have they come in at
That's
the
why
same
I'm getting
time?
into this.
Like, has the man and the woman come into the same? Sorry. Don't discriminate.
I need a good one though. Come on,
My life, but not in Charleston.
give us a juicy one. Come on, give us one good. No names. We don't need any names.
Try not to kiss and tell. 16.
Except that, yeah.
18 maybe, but.
I don't even. Are we just doing off round numbers?
Oh God, I hope not.
What about your childhood? Like, is it dark and dingy, or is it like
My childhood
uniforms
was
and
definitely interesting. I'm originally from South Africa and kind of
what?
from that way to England to Toronto, Canada.
And you have no accent now. Like no accent
When I
whatsoever.
get drunk though.
I can hear it a little bit when you get drunk, but for the most, like you'd never know. You'd never know.
Probably more of a little bit of a fun thing to kind of play on.
Yeah.
Like we all kind of.
When did you leave South Africa?
I left South Africa when I was 3 to England, and then from England to Toronto, Canada. From there to Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
Yeah.
That's how I have the correlation with Charleston. My friends were going to school here. 19 years ago, when like Blind Tiger was like the go-to place. You had Purple Tree.
Listen, Blind Tiger is still the go-to place. Those wings are fire.
I worked at Blind
Those
Tiger.
wings are fire,
It was
dude.
the old Tiger.
Oh yeah.
It was the dirty Tiger.
Oh,
The dirty.
the dirty lioness. I like it.
Haven't
So
you seen a trend though of people that get fired from a bar and then end up at Blind Tiger now? Do you see that at all?
yeah.
I read the adverts.
Well, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that and Republic. I was gonna say the staff from Republic now. You're seeing a lot of the fire people going there.
I'm not saying everyone there, but like there's a
Shout out
couple
Republic,
people that's
love
like,
you.
"Oh, I just got fired from
Let's talk about you at Republic.
Oh, listen, I loved all my time at Republic. Like I couldn't,
You were like Odell Beckham.
dude. I could not.
Odell B.
I could not be more thankful for my time at Republic. It was such a great.
Thank you, Republic.
Yeah, thank you, Republic. It really was a great opportunity for me and just really a learning experience. Like I got to get into the bar scene with what I thought at the time and really still are some of the best bartenders like that were to see the city. Like Nick Held, fastest person you'll ever see on a POS. You'll never ever see anybody faster than that fucking guy. It's ridiculous. Every time, it's insane. It's insane. Chris Janiak, one of the most like interactive bartenders that you'll ever meet. I mean, the dude's got charm like no other. You know what I mean?
You're Louis the 13th. Like you had like 2 glasses for the Louis the 13th.
Oh yeah. Want to bring that up?
What says
Whiz.
he turns around, he's hungry.
Death to Louis Trade. That was that drink.
And
didn't
you
happen.
cannot forget Miss Rihanna. She is a gem. She
Yes.
is it, everything.
Yes, but probably one of my favorites to work with, honestly, was Wayne Sullivan.
Oh.
Wayne Sullivan was one of the most intense but passionate bartenders I have ever met. Like,
Yeah.
seriously though, I mean, that guy can make cocktails out of his ass like no other. Literally, I mean, he's really, just literally comes up, here's the cocktail. I'm like, oh, thanks, Wayne.
That's what
And
I
we're
did
all
about
like,
10
yes.
minutes ago.
But so when I first started bartending, this day I'll never forget it. He's like, oh, you think you're a bartender, right? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay, well, make me tell me what's in a Cosmo. And I'm like, and he's like, you fucking
Dude, I
idiot.
remember when I first met you.
And he literally goes, don't ever fucking come back behind this bar until you know how to make a Cosmo. And he starts ripping off the ingredients. And he just starts and he rips it off like 3 times, just yelling at me. And I'm like, oh.
Does he just keep slapping you? While
And
he
I'm just
says
like,
every ingredient?
basically, I'm just being bitch slapped behind the bar. The staff's watching. I'm just like, God fucking damn it. And I swear to God, I will never ever forget how to make a Cosmo though,
you make it?
because
There you go. How do you make it?
2 ounces of vodka, 3/4 ounce Cointreau, 3/4 ounce lime juice, 1/4 ounce simple syrup, 1/4 ounce cranberry juice, shake, strain, neat with a lime garnish.
Wrong. Shame.
That is going to be your Republic one. That is not Del DeGrosse recipe.
Okay.
That's how I was taught. That was like
Business.
what I learned at the time. You know what I mean?
The guy at Prohibition, Ian Farley, who's
Yeah.
probably one of the best bartenders
Oh,
in town.
hands down.
I've never seen somebody get away with the things he gets away with. Like his conversations with people, and they love him and love him and love him more and more and more.
Yeah.
Especially in a 90% tourist-based bar. He probably has more local following than most people I've seen. That broad age spectrum of brand new 21s.
We gotta bring him on here.
So, how do we make a proper Cosmo?
A proper Cosmo is going to be about 2 ounces of vodka, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/4 Cointreau, 1/4 cranberry, shaken hard. Walk that dog.
Walk that dog. Where's Bentley?
At the house, probably pissed.
Bentley is Guy's dog. He's a beautiful lab pit, by the way.
Double strain, so you're not diluting into a coupe, a martini glass. Lime wheel, lime wedge, but the biggest thing is just enjoy. Don't overthink it. The biggest thing about cocktails is don't overthink them.
Yep.
Just drink them, enjoy them. Don't be there analyzing every aspect.
And every cocktail is meant to be different too. You know what I mean? That we have the Republic way, we have the Prohibition way. You know what I mean? I'm sure Greg has a way that he makes his cocktails.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Siddhartha.
But so, you know, kind of back on the music topic, you're on a new solo album, right? You and Keys and Co.
Yes. And thankfully for the quarantine, I've been able to write it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Have you found that it's been a productive time for you?
Oh, it's been the most productive time for me. I felt like I was living before just to make money, like a lot of money, playing as much live shows as possible.
Yeah.
I got to the point where I got all the experience I needed, and then I was like, once this time happened, I go, it's time to write. Like, I've been really happy that I've had that time to do that and like work with people and stuff, because music now, you can work with anyone anywhere. So like, I'll just send the song to someone in the band and be like, hey, put what you want on it, send it back, and as long as you're doing it all like with stems and you can basically edit every little part, there's so many great ideas that come from it.
So did you ever have a moment, like, and maybe in your first 2 weeks or so, did you ever have a moment of that feeling of isolation? Like, it to me, it seems so surreal. Like, my week was filled, you know, I didn't have a day off from my other hats, not just a restaurant. But did you ever have that moment, like, to me it gets around 5 o'clock, 5:30, I'm like, what is Trip doing? Like, Trip's gotta cook me dinner. You know, you know, my brother's gotta cook me dinner. If not, it's gotta be, you know, my mother or a nice, pretty man. But we'll get into that later. Other than that, like, was there ever that moment?
Yeah, it was tough at first because we were actually about to go on our first tour as a group when all this happened. So as soon as this happened, it ruined a whole tour. So we were supposed to be like right now. If I check my calendar, I think we were going to be in Charlotte last weekend. We were supposed to be in like Nashville right now. We were supposed to be on tour, and so to kill a tour sucks because you spend like 5 months planning this thing, booking all these different places. You set up how far each place is from another. Make sure that you go from one show to the next. You have time, all this stuff, and a lot of these places, since you're traveling, they put down a deposit. They give you some money up front, and then since it all gets canceled, you either have to reschedule or send them their money back. Half of them we sent the money back. A lot of them were Greek life events too. We booked, I think, 14 different Greek life events, and every single one had to get sent back. And it was like, and it was all, the money was everywhere. It was in Airbnbs that we had set up. It was in, so we had to get money back so that we could give it back. It was this whole transfer of hands to people just to get all that back. So that sucked. But the first 2 weeks, I loved it. Because to be honest with you, I was playing so many shows. I was playing like 13 shows a week. I was playing at Republic every Sunday for 9 hours straight.
Oh,
9 hours.
Those half off 1942 Sundays. Woo! Boy, did we get lit for those Sundays.
I was ready to leave people,
God damn.
People beat. My last show that I played was at like Mint, and this girl, knowing the coronavirus was there, kept going on the mic and like tried talking on it to the point where I like threw her out myself. I used to be a bouncer at Republic like 5 years ago for like 4 months.
What?
I got fired because I let everyone in underage in the back door for $40. If they paid me this
Dude, that back door though, they locked it down now though. Shout out to David Fields, they locked that shit down.
So this was when it was Zanchin before David took it over.
Oh yeah. Oh man, clapping it up, bro. You already know. Bottles of champagne, let's go.
300 a night because people would just come to the back and be like, "You're the guy, right?" Like, yeah, 40
Yeah, I'm the
bucks.
guy.
I'm the snowman.
Yeah, so it didn't work out too well, my bouncing career there, but I've been throwing a lot of people out of the bars lately.
Yeah.
The TripAdvisor like gave us the #2 place for happy hour for happy hour oysters. We're not an oyster bar.
Do you have oysters on the menu?
Yeah, we do not.
You're not the Darwin.
No, but we do dollar local oysters.
Oh.
And what's your chef's name? He is super underrated, but some of the food that comes out of that kitchen at Prohibition is literally some of the best bar food you'll get in the city, hands down. It's amazing.
Chef Greg Garrett.
Chef Greg Garrett. Shout out to Chef Greg Garrett. You're doing that shit.
And we have
Yeah.
the whole kitchen. That kitchen gets there before we get there, and they leave probably only a couple hours. Why is that fucking up? The girls from Prohibition are laughing about it. No, so I started bartending at a young age, but I was in food and beverage when I was 14. I started washing dishes, bar backing.
So wait, why did you start at like 18? Like,
All right, similar story on the idea thing. So I have a big brother. His name is Chillier.
Oh, good name.
Yeah, right. We have great names. Guy Chillier, Charles Chillier. Okay.
His is better, but.
I said that wrong in the beginning. My bad.
Hey, I was like an 11-pound baby, so I think when my mom was done, she
Jesus Christ.
just like
11 pounds?
Name a guy, we'll call it a day. Like,
This fucking guy.
well, because my uncle's name is Guy, so I imagine she's like something that nagged me my whole life. Nagged me for how many hours during childbirth. We'll just call him Guy and move on from it. But where the hell were we at?
So why at 18 did you were you bored? Did you want that
No,
money?
I started the bar scene young because my brother, we lived in Hilton Head Island. It was a heavy bar style community, a lot like Charleston. When you're not working, you're at the bar, you're at the beach, you're drinking. It's kind of based on around food and beverage.
It's the lifestyle.
You know, a little bit different than from here to Hilton Head is that we have like an off season. Here in the last, I'd say 4 years, we have no more off season. Honestly, right now we do because there's not shit we can do.
Honestly, right now, this is for me and Star's crew, like legit. This is our hype season. Wouldn't you say?
I was about to say.
Yeah, it's about now.
This is like April and May statistically are the two most profitable months in Charleston for the tourism industry.
Ridge Run is
Yeah. Ridge Run. St. Patty's Day was nothing. St. Patty's Day was nothing. What else did we miss in that time? I mean, Bridge Run was really the biggest.
Well, the main thing is.
But we're gonna miss out on Cinco de Mayo too, really.
Was like I would do doubles Saturday and Sunday, and I kid you not, I would walk like, mine would run, jog. I would literally do like 6 miles every shift. So I'm missing that out. So you just see me from But on that note, on future presents, like. We have a present, and you're kind of affected by the coronavirus. I mean, you both are kind of like
To be honest, I'm just looking at this as a time to like take some time and get myself together.
Be creative.
Just take the time to get my mind right about shit. I mean, obviously we've all been drinking probably a little bit more than we normally do, but it's out of a different circumstance. I'm not drinking now because I'm stressed of my day and I'm trying to like curb my mindset. It's absolutely being able to, for the first time, sit down and eat a hot meal. Instead of eating a cold meal, I have to scarf down in 30 seconds.
Right.
Because I don't have that time to like enjoy my food that most people do.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think about your birthdays, your Christmases, your New Year's Eve.
They don't matter.
Thanksgiving.
They don't matter.
We work all those.
I worked the last 2 years.
Everybody that's having birthdays now that can't go out and have margarita shots with their girlfriends and shit like that.
Mine's
or
the
your bachelor
22nd.
parties. Like, hey, I hate to break it and not to be that person to be like. This kind of goes out to all you Yelpers, all you people that gave bad reviews because somebody was having a bad day.
What's your worst moment? What's your worst commentary, if you can remember it at the moment? Like, for you to remember right now, worst moment at work. We all need to meditate for a second.
One of them has kind of been recently actually. I have a solo sidebar at Deco where I'm at now, and it's just like an individual bar, and so kind of when you start, when you start to get rolling, you start to get into it, and your whole bar is packed out. Everybody wants drinks. You kind of just start doing the sprinkler. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, back and forth, going like from left to right, just trying to hit every single person that you can. And so I start going in this, and this guy comes over on the right side, and I've just missed him, and I'm already going to the left. And he's like waving money, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, man, come on. So I finally get back to him, and I'm like, I've already ignored you for a little while. Get back to him, and he's like, I want this and this. And I'm like, okay, I got you. And then he takes the money in his hand, and he throws it at me, and I'm like, bro, I am already fed up right now. Why would you throw money at? So does anybody here, like anybody who's watching this, think that's acceptable to do to another human being? So I was like, okay, that's cool. We can play that game.
Talk about the stripping industry.
I was gonna say.
Well, that is where it's acceptable. Okay. Okay, fair. Fair point.
So let me just put that out
even a dancer would like you to just hand them the money.
Exactly. Put it in their drawers, in their bra, something like that. You know what I mean?
There's
Actually, but to be honest, they have people that come out and collect their money. We don't allow our barbacks to touch the money because you have to see a actually go in their little pockets.
But so, anyways, he throws the money at me. I take a deep breath, try to calm myself down. Doesn't work. So I reach down, pick up the money, crumpled up, throw it in his fucking face. I said, listen, bro, you're fucking out of here. You're done. He goes, whoa, no, wait. And I go, whoa, wait, what? And he just starts pulling out money, start throwing 20s. I go, okay, all right, now we can have a conversation. Yeah. Okay, so I said, we're going to start this conversation again. What drinks would you like? He says them very nicely. I go, okay, thank you. I'm going to take this money now. Here are your drinks. Get the fuck out of my face. Don't come back to my bar. Don't ever act like that. If you're a human being, wait your turn. Bartenders know. We know, like if you come into the bar, we honestly, we see you before you even get to the bar. We already saw you before you come in, even if we're balls deep in the weeds. A good bartender saw you before you even walked in. We know you need a drink. Make eye contact.
Okay, on that note, balls deep.
I've had two situations where it's gotten too far. The other one was probably a month ago at Dispensary. I was playing on a Wednesday night. This guy's sitting at the bar. I start playing. Dude, he was already being a little obnoxious. I start playing like somebody asked for like a Backstreet Boys song or something like that. So I did like the I Want It That Way, something like that. He goes, girl song. This is a girl song. You shouldn't be doing this. And I stop my show and I go, buddy. I was like, are you so insecure about yourself you can't let me play a song that's not for you? And he just starts going off.
Everybody loves I Want It That Way.
This is the middle of the set.
And everybody loves I Want It That Way. Like, everybody loves it. It's a banger. It's a banger.
I look at him and I go, wow, man. I was like, I didn't know you were so insecure. I go, I don't think they allow pussies in this bar. You can leave now. And he just looks, and the whole place looking at him and goes, get out. And they're all chanting, and this poor guy.
Yes.
The worst situation, though, is why I don't play at, what's that, Henry's, right next to Henry.
Yep.
So they don't have bouncers there at all. So
Really?
on the weekend, this guy's coming up, and he's asking me to play the YMCA song.
Do we have an objection, Trick? Is there saying you don't bounce?
For
Do we have an
$100.
interjection?
It's a true story. At least when I played there, this was like a year and a half ago. So I'm playing there. They don't have a sponsor. This guy's harassing me to play the YMCA song. I would rather shit in my hand and clap than play that fucking song.
With the shit in your hand.
With the shit in my hand. And so I was like, I'm not doing it. And so I start packing up my stuff. The show's over. He goes up to the microphone and he tears it off, breaks the mic stand, and starts singing into my mic, like putting his mouth all over it. So I go up and I tell him, I go, if you don't kick this guy out, I'm gonna handle it myself. They're like, okay, you can handle it. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
So I grab the guy by the neck and take him outside. His friends come out, and I just start beating the shit out of the guy. I'm so mad. I lost it. I couldn't handle my shit. I'm not gonna lie. So I come back in.
I mean, the bouncers told you to handle it. What are you going to do?
I come back in, they write the check. It's $50 less than what it was supposed to be for because of the altercation that I got it.
They doctor.
So I chucked a glass of wine at the manager. I flipped the table and I walked out.
Yes!
I have not, and here's the thing. They have new managers.
Now that's a fucking exit.
So like,
That's an exit.
I've heard nothing but great things about Henry's, and I think it's a great place. I would love to play there again. It was on me. I lost my shit. Like, this guy was just... You ever, like, hate someone's face? Like, just the way they look just upsets you enough. This guy had that, and then the person...
I've had so many of those people.
Right,
And so, yeah,
right.
that was it.
Guy, and then me, and go ahead.
So I have to talk about something negative?
Do you want me to? I mean, what's like?
I will tell you this.
He's on a good vibes only.
Yeah.
You can always go on TripAdvisor or Yelp and find me pretty easily.
Yes.
But at the same time,
But those are the best reviews.
I will put it out like this, something positive. One time I had a really poor interaction with somebody on Thanksgiving evening. They were the last people. I was about to lock the door. We let them in. They kind of gave me a rough time. I generally probably wasn't as cordial as I could have been, but it's Thanksgiving evening, and I wanted to like get out to the people that that you love
Your dog, too.
and you care about.
Mhm.
And so these people left a note on the receipt saying, "Sorry, you hate your job. You're a dick."
Oh,
They happened
interesting.
to actually leave
Happy
their cell-
Thanksgiving.
They actually happened to leave their cell phone, and when they came back past close, I was about to drop all the tickets because I would have lost a receipt, but they knocked on the door, so I kind of walked up gingerly and slapped that receipt to the door and said, we reopened the day after Thanksgiving at 10 o'clock in the morning. You're more than
Cheers.
welcome to.
Cheers to you, my
Next
friend.
time,
Cheers to you.
Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and have a great night. Needless to say, I almost lost my job on that one.
Some people still need to be put. Some
But at the same time, it was one of those, I would never want to lose my job, but I will say it's one of those moments where somebody is, for no reason, like you can not tip me, you can do whatever, but for you to leave me some snide note about me that you don't know is kind of always an interesting concept. So it was like instant karma, but probably, yet again, I should have just given them myself.
It's actually a great Yelp review. If you ever want to look up Sullivan on Yelp, it talks about how our server, this was like 3 years ago, and I had worked a double-double, and I said, don't do me a double-double. I can't work Saturday double. Now I do it. It's fine. I love it. It's fine. I have a person. But there was a table of like 50, and there were like younger kids too. It was a whole family. So then Jack wants OJ, so I go over, and the bartender's like, you want a Jack and OJ? I was like, I don't know, man. That's just what they want. And I spent my time at AC's for a little bit. I was fine. I was good. But apparently I wasn't, because then the Yelp review said, I think something was wrong with our server because she gave our son a Jack and OJ when he just wanted OJ.
Sounds like my first trip to Mexico.
So that's
Guy and I are drinking a little bit of Casamigos Reposado cilantro on top of the story.
So I have to tell it again because I really bad ADHD. I don't know what's wrong with me. But again, for him. So one of my best stories, aka worst stories, and Yelp review, like you mentioned, if you ever looked mine up on Yelp, has to do like 3 years ago. I've matured since then. Give me a minute.
I don't have
We
any
all-
reviews.
So it was a double.
That
I was on a
Sober enough to yelp at nightclub. Sorry.
I was on a double, and I told them then that I did not want to work a double. Do not make me do that. I have things to do. I have a Jack Russell. His name is Sosa. But then now I do doubles. Anywho, so I worked the Sunday double, and then there was a big family. There was like 15 of them. There was little kids there, and then the little kid wanted OJ or whatever, and I asked, of course, what's your son's name? Oh my God, you're so cute, because I get way too personal, and then we get into it, and that's where I get in trouble, basically. But apparently I had spent too much time at AC is when I thought it was fine. I was great. Like, I was like 10 toes down. I was like, Trip, look at me.
10 toes down.
I mean, that's what I do in front of the authorities, too, and it's,
Don't do a sobriety test.
right, so, it's like, either that or the breath. But, so then I do that. Oh, he's back.
How did you get back there?
Still alive.
So I go and I give the little kid Jack wants OJ, and so then I go to the bartender, and the bartender's like, really? Jack OJ, really? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, that's just what the family wants, I don't know. And so then the review on Yelp was like, I don't know, something might have been wrong with our server because she gave our son Jack and OJ,
How old was the son?
like 8.5.
That's an important part.
So where do you work?
I don't know if I should put it in there. But I'm still employed. Miss you guys. On that note, great,
Yeah,
take it away.
Yeah, you're great.
Drinking whiskey in a crowded room, all alone, just think about you. But I know, tell myself that it's alright, I'll be alright, baby. Been a while since I felt your touch, either love it or I drank too much. I think this could be love, but I'm alright, I'll be alright, baby. But I never felt this way before. Oh, I know you have my heart under stone. No, I have yours. As I get up to leave the last time I come, walking in and I'm drawn in. Yet again, no, yet again. 'cause it's those summer nights I feel like home. Home to me's wherever you go, and baby, I want you back. 'Cause it's a world of emotion when you walk in the room. Say I don't love you to the moon and back. Baby, that's a fact. I just want you for my own. And I'm tired of getting drunk alone. Yeah. Tired of getting drunk alone, yeah. Said I'm tired of getting drunk alone.
That's it. I'm not much of a guitar.
We're gonna wrap up the show, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you tune in. Buy local for sure. Support all of your local businesses. Make sure you tune in next week for all different things.
Yes.
Every week we're gonna be bringing on new
Legal
artists, new service professionals, and every week we're gonna be trying to help out somebody in our local community. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys tune in, like the page, comment, send us your questions.
DM me, honey.
Yeah, we're gonna let you guys know. We're gonna let you guys know very soon who our new and up and coming guests will be. We'll always, like I said, have a service professional and artist. So you guys tune in and ask your questions. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
And I'm tired of getting drunk alone. Yeah. Tired of getting